Okay. Around here. Hey, T2. Hey, T2. I'm just getting things set up, so just hang tight. Hey, Joel's in the house. T2's in the house. I'm trying to get the monitor, the big monitor, closer to me so I can see the chat. Alright. So I am now vertical, as you can see. Thanks to all the help from you guys. It's been a big help. All right. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, it is a big milestone, isn't it? I'm happy. Does this look any better? I mean, hopefully this looks a little bit better. Is it too high, maybe? T2 likes my hat. All right. I'm just gonna get some clay weight out here quick. Yeah, this is all part of my wheel right here. The table and everything. But yeah, I guess you didn't get a chance to really see any of that before. I guess I could show you kind of what I have down here. I mean, it's just a basement, but you guys never seen that either. Okay, so over here I have a lot of my tools and stuff. I have a little bit of clay on here, but it's really just a shelf I put all my tools for throwing mainly. Let's see. If I back up, that's basically my throwing area. I got some shelving here, and this is where I'm keeping a lot of my dried stuff, or drying stuff. So I have a lot of that up there. And so this is what I'm looking at right here. So that's so I can see the chat, because it's too hard to read on the phone. And I have my table here, which I have my PC here, and all my junk, which is too full. I want to get a little cart that I could put my PC on so I can move it around. That way I can keep my table free to work. Here's a small table just with some of my stuff on it. There's some other stuff I have done. Just another one of my shelves. Then here This is my kiln room, and I keep track of my heat and time, and I chart it on my chart here when I do a glaze or a regular bisque firing. And then this is my kiln room, and here's a couple more pots and stuff that didn't quite make it. And of course, here's my old kiln. So this is just a manual kiln. So there's just a regular old kiln center here. And this is my dials to turn it up and down. But I rebuilt the inside of it, so it's pretty well all new in there. So I had to replace some bricks and stuff, but there's my thermometer, so I can keep track of what the temp is at. But yeah, so this is my kiln room, and it's really just a block walls everywhere. And up top of me, there is wood up there, but above the wood is concrete. So really, this is probably a cold storage. This is an old house. This is what they use as a cold storage. I'm using it as a kiln room. So anyhow, that's my old beast that I got to babysit. So we go to this is the layout of my studio. This is the basement. So I put all the lights in up here. There's a TV up there. Got the time floating on it right now. But here's my other rack. So there's all trash behind there. There's some packing material back there behind. But this is my rack where I'm keeping stuff that I'm glazing. There's some more stuff up top that I'm glazing. Then there's more stuff down here. This stuff is drying. These are some big pans. They're drying. And then here's the stuff that's already dry. It needs to go with bisque. And then there's there's a camera and stuff down here that I use. But, so yeah. And here, well, there's some of my glazes there. And then I keep, hopefully I'm not making you guys sick here, but anyhow, because I'm swinging the camera around. There's some of my glazes that I keep down underneath the table. So, it's just, table's junky right now, but there's the wheel I took camping. So, and then I have the other wheel. There's my other small wheel right there. It's a lightweight wheel, but it's a little bit heavier than the one I took camping. And the one I took camping is just, it's great for travel, And then, so I get over to here. I'm keeping all my clay in. So I have some white clay, white stoneware clay, and I have some dark brown clay right here. It's stoneware, and then clay I'm using tonight. This is more so stoneware, but anyhow, I used an old freezer to store my clay so it doesn't dry out on me. Swan City, great to see you in here. I'm just showing you around my mud pit in my basement. So here's my stainless steel sink that I got real cheap. It came from an old restaurant. They were gutting it, and I think I paid $200 for it. But it's all stainless steel. So anyhow, that's kind of what I got going on down here in the basement. And then there's my other wheel that I'm using tonight. And yeah, there's my junk mess on here. So just try to overlook that. I want to get rid of that. So yeah, this is this is half the basement of my house. So this is what I'm working out of. So just a little tour anyhow. Yeah, I was swinging the camera around so quick, so I didn't know. So I'm going to put you back in the holder. All right. We are vertical. Woo-hoo. All right. So there's a little studio tour for you. Nothing special, just a nice little basement. Let's see. Thank you, Swan City. Yeah, Joel, it's not a bad place. I mean, at least it's, it kind of stays a decent temperature down here. It's not too cold, not too warm. So it's not bad at all. But what I want to do, and eventually I'll show you guys, but out back, I got quite a bit of space that I want to build a studio. And then I'm going to have one end where it's kind of like a lean-to on the side. And there I want to put a gas kiln. So I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, it is T2. It is special. I used to have a real nice studio and kind of end up losing that one, but we're making do with what we have down here. It's not a bad space, like you said. And a lot of potters work out of their basement anyhow because it's just convenient. I mean, you always have water in your basement usually that you can, tap into, and it's a concrete floor. You can't hurt that at all. Sorry guys, this was kind of a last minute thing for me to do a live. I was going to do a live with Joel. We were going to do a side-by-side, but then he said, do you have earbuds? It's like, not here. So tomorrow, if you want to tune in, Joel and I are going to do probably a live together if he's available. And we're going to try to do a side-by-side. I'll go through like my OBS or something like that, software, so that we can do it, side by side. What am I making today? Well, I should make a bunch of bowls. I have half of mine to make some mugs, but I do have a heck of a lot of mugs. But I could make quite a few more bowls. Everybody likes bowls too. So I sell bowls and then I sell mugs. And there's some special stuff I do, if asked to. I'll make some special stuff. Made an urn already for somebody. The first urn I've ever made. But so that was interesting. But I didn't mind. Just for a family member, so I thought it was kind of nice. Close enough. Most people in Florida don't have basements. It's cool to see. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, T2. Yeah, my son lives in Florida. He lives at Port St. Lucie in Florida. And my dad lives down towards Sarasota. He said he got hit by the storm, apparently, so. But he said he didn't suffer any damage to the house or anything, which is good. Well, that'd be good, Joel. Try some plates out. It's one thing I haven't made for a while is some plates. I made some big dishes. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I did do them on a live. Probably my last live, I think I did the big plates. So, what do I have? One good. Let's do those for now. And if I need more, I'll make more. Let's see. Need my chamois. Do you know what size plates you're going to make, Joel? You guys try maybe doing some small plates or something? You know what? I'm going to plug this phone in just so my battery don't go dead. Alright guys. Does that view look alright to you guys? Hopefully it does. If not, I can adjust it. Alright. Six-inch plates? Alright. Yeah, they're definitely a different. Plates are fun. I do like making plates. So how are you guys making down there in Florida? Swan City? I know you guys were, your internet was out, I think? And you were going off of what? Or, no, you're going off of mobile. Your Wi-Fi was out. You guys still doing okay down there? Joel, I had good luck making some bowls on the weekends, so if I can do plates, I might make a dinnerware set for the house as my first fired pieces. That would be cool, Joel. Yeah, that would definitely be cool. T2, you didn't have any damage from the storm at all. That's awesome. Does it look like I'm too far away in this view? Or maybe should I move the tripod a little closer? A couple of limbs fell, that's really it. That's good. Swan City, we are safe and sound. Still own no internet, so just mobile streams until you get, okay. I mean, I tuned into your mobile streams and they looked like they were just fine. You know, they weren't skipping out on me or anything. I mean, now do you guys run like a horizontal camera? Like a separate camera, apparently, I think? Because I think you run dual cameras, right? You do a vertical and a horizontal, if I'm not mistaken. The poopy pasture ocean is starting to dry up. You could probably got a lot of rain. Yeah, Swan City. I'd like to try to do a camera from the top down and also one like this forward. I think that would be a neat perspective, you know, that people could watch. Hello, Bob. How you doing? I did. I finally got 50. Thank you to everybody that subscribed. And thank you to, you know, Upchugs. Thank you to Ben Wolf Pottery. Thank you to Joel in Swan City for calling me out in their streams. I appreciate it very, very much to get me at least to this point. I've had this channel for a long time, never really did much with it, you know, and so I didn't build the subscriptions. And with you guys shouting me out, it really did help me out a lot, and I greatly appreciate all your help. Yeah, Ben's the guitar guy. Okay, so you own the PC. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to learn that because so then you must have two lives going out then. That's what I'm assuming. Because I can do it on my PC as well with my horizontal camera. It's basically a webcam. And I guess you'd have to do your phone as a separate thing, I guess. That must be what it is. Oh, yeah. Usually have two main camera angles. There's some other webcams around. You can see. Oh, okay. Okay. I do have OBS on this computer. So I could try that. Run everything through there. That's great. I'll probably try that. T2, I've been trying to get help out with links and stuff, but probably didn't make a difference. No, T2, you did help a lot. You really did help out a lot, getting some links out and stuff like that for me. And I do greatly appreciate you doing that too. Didn't mean to forget you. I didn't forget you. I just got going to other things, but I do appreciate your help. There's that one. So for those who weren't in the stream right away, I did do a little tour of my studio. If you call it that, it's a basement. Nick, nice to see you here. Okay, I'll do that, Nick, because I guarantee you, I probably will have questions. I should put my TV behind this. That way, I can watch the I can watch the chat while looking into the camera. Bob. I don't remember his name, but he plays at the end of his show. Nice guy. We talked a bit about the kilns and the fire bricks. I'm interested in other stuff with your professional parts. Okay. Yeah, that'd be that'd be Ben Wolf Pottery is what you saw. T2, you should post a tour video. Oh, what do you think about that? You're right, T2. I could probably do that. I'll clean up a bit, obviously, but that's a great idea. I gotta do an about me page as well, or a video, I should say. Tell people a little bit about my story and that kind of thing. Because I've been doing this for a while. It's just been on and off. I can't even tell how many people are in the chat. It doesn't tell me. Or how many people are at least here. Erwin, nice to see you here. T2, you know nothing about YouTube, huh? Nine people are watching. All right. It's funny because I can't see the bottom half of my screen, so I can't tell how many people are in, and I can't tell how many people like it or have, did the thumbs up. Bob says, I'm a backyard engineer. Looks like the wheel has a foot. Yes, it does have foot controls. There are other wheels that simply have the control on the side, but it still has a foot pedal below. That's one like Ben uses. Most of them have foot controls. They're just easier to operate that way, I mean, if you're standing up, you can still use the foot pedal, and because the cable is long enough. You should see that at the top. At the top, let's see. No, I'm not seeing it at the top. You're talking about how many people are on the stream. Well, I'm just starting out, so yeah, I guess it's not bad, right? Yes. Oh, it's like an old sewing machine. My mom. My wife has one of those old sewing machines with the foot pedal. Oh yeah. Yeah, sure. T2 says you can have my imaginary one, Joel. Erwin, you should see the likes and views just below your name. Maybe I just need to scroll the screen up a little bit. Maybe that's what it is. because I can just see where it says 51 subscribers, and it's, I guess everything else is below that. So I'll just have to move the screen up a little bit, maybe. All right. Yeah, I think Ben said he was firing his outdoor kiln. I don't know when he said he was going to do that, though. I didn't catch it. But he said he was going to video that. That would be cool to see. I don't know if anybody here has seen Matthew Kelly. He's got a huge wood-fired kiln. Just tell some stories from my past. Well, let's see. I don't know. I don't know what I could talk about. Oh, when it comes to pottery, I don't know. On my old studio, I should say the one I built myself, I was going to have a guy come out, and I actually hired him to come out and build a 24 by 48 addition onto my house. Well, I paid him a little bit of money, come out and get things started, do the footers and all that kind of stuff, and then the guy took my money and never showed up. I mean, he brought some materials out, but not many. So where all the money went, you know, he pocketed it, screwed me over, went to court over it, put a lien on his house. That's about all I could do with it. But then, anyhow, so I still had the rest of the money left, so I decided to build it myself. And so I did. I poured, you know, did the footers. I had somebody come over to do the footers. I had somebody do the brick and stuff that on the front of it, because I had a two-car garage in the front, and then the back was my studio, which was 24 by 24. So I had a fireplace in it, I had vaulted ceilings, I had skylights in it, I had its own bathroom, of course its own running water, a nice little kiln spot in the corner, but I did it all myself, and it was pretty cool. So I got to use it for a couple years, but then anyhow, that relationship kind of went to the wind, and so I lost that. So it was too bad, because I really liked that studio. What was your superhero origin story? Running a Dremel or a router works with those controllers. Oh yeah, okay. I guess it would. That'd be nice. It actually makes it easier. Where did I grow up? I grew up in Littlestown, Pennsylvania. There should be an icon in the box with an arrow coming out. We're back on. Hopefully we're back on. Can you see me yet? Yep. Are we back? All right, T2 says it's back. Looks like we just did a time warp. Piece is gone. T2, You were typing out a speech. Hey, Erwin's back. T2's back. Joel probably is going to go live, I'm guessing. If he thinks the lead or the feed crashed, he'll probably go and try to do his own. More power to him. There you go. Little spider. He's going to get wet in there. Alright. Hopefully you guys can see me now. Everything's good. Oh, Joel said he's here. You're getting ready. Cool. Well, Joel, we can do that tomorrow. I'll bring my iPads in. My earbuds in, and we can try to do that stream tomorrow night. Okay, Erwin. Okay, so you didn't hear my answer, obviously. Anyhow, Littlestown is closer to Pittsburgh, but if you know where Gettysburg, Pennsylvania is, Littlestown is south of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Currently, I live in Abbottstown, which is about 40 minutes to the east of Gettysburg. They call it South Central Pennsylvania. Yeah, South Central Pennsylvania. Okay, T2. That's all right, Joel. We could always do it side by side right now, but we just couldn't have our sound up. So we couldn't hear each other talk. Hey, Bob, you're back. That was weird. Yeah, I don't understand what happened to the stream. It just kind of hung up. The phone I'm using right now, I mean, it's a good phone, but it's running off of Wi-Fi. When I use my PC, I have it hardwired into a modem. So yes, I lived in Pennsylvania my whole life. Tuner says he should be able to view both. Yeah, you are a cyborg, aren't you? All right, Joel. You have a good stream too, bud. Thank you for stopping in, and we'll do this tomorrow. You gotta get out of California again? You're in California? Dude. I probably would have left there a long time ago. I think California is beautiful. I think probably the weather is beautiful out there. But Gavin Newsom, nah, I don't know that I'd want him as my governor. Although who we have here sucks too. But all right. So Bob, is that where you're living now? Is California, I'm assuming, since you said you got to get out of there. I think I'm going to try to move that screen so I can actually see if I have how many people are on my stream right now. Okay. So how's Kentucky? I've never been to Kentucky. I've never been to California. I've just seen pictures, but I've been to Florida. But I'm curious about Kentucky because I hear that's pretty nice too. Yeah. Does Kentucky have weather changes? You know, does it actually experience seasons there, or how is that down there or over there? I should say, I guess. I'm gonna move my screen down a little bit. I mean, I think I would like Kentucky. That's why I say that. There we go. Now I'm seeing my stream. All right. Okay, cool. So California is hot or cold. Oh. I bet you Kentucky would be beautiful. The fires are the fires in California, I'm assuming, right? Tornadoes in Kentucky. Oh, wow. I don't know that I knew that fact. I guess if I would have really thought about it, yeah, they would get tornadoes in Kentucky. Bob Badford State. Bob Badford State. So wait, so who's Bob Baffert? Irwin. I don't know who he is. Is he an elected official there? You had one go over your place. Tornado. Oh crap. Did you do any damage? Oh. So it makes you wonder why he always wins the Kentucky Derby then. So it hit across the road. Wow. So you didn't lose your house then? Is that what you're saying? But you probably had some damage, I'm assuming. None? Whoa. Well, that was a blessing. That's what you'd call a close call. Or if you're Irish, you're probably, it'd say that's luck. Oh man, I would imagine everything was freaking rattling and carrying on, and man, I think it would have scared the crap out of me as well. Because you see it come over your house like that. I mean, you don't know. I mean, you don't know if it's going to touch down on top of right on top of your house or not. That would be scary. Really, really scary. Oh, man. I can't say I ever experienced that, and I don't know that I ever would want to. I guess I'd kind of, because I haven't, I probably would like to see one, kind of as close as I safely could. But, that's scary because if you're living in Tornado Alley, why, that's freaking scary. Just downright scary. You couldn't see it. We were in a dip. Okay, behind you. Dorothy. Okay, Erwin. Well, I think they were in Kansas. Bob lived in Kentucky at the time. Oh man, all of them. You've been through all of them. That's just crazy, dude. I mean, we haven't had. I mean, here in Pennsylvania, we don't have hardly anything. I mean, we might have I don't know, tropical storm come through and kind of settle over our area and drop a lot of water, but we didn't have any of that kind of stuff, really. I mean, occasionally you might have a tornado just spawn up, but it's not usually a very big tornado. It doesn't do a ton of damage, like I'm sure what you've seen already. Earthquakes, if we have an earthquake up here, you barely feel it, I mean, we live on a bunch of limestone up here, so. But even still, I mean, we really don't experience anything like that. Wildfires, no. I think California could do a better job at their wildfire situation. I mean, if they did more planning, on, keeping their forests cleaned up and stuff without having a whole bunch of debris all over the place, it'd probably help if they did that, but something tells me they want it to burn down. I don't know. They could build more houses. But that's just my thought anyhow. Anybody have any pets? Let's see, I've got a couple pets. I've got an Airedale Terrier. I have a Welsh Terrier, which they kind of look the same, except the Welsh is a lot smaller. I have 4 chickens, just hens, um, and I have 2 cats. I don't call the 2 cats mine, but they're my wife's. But she likes the cats. Y'all open up to us. We're just collecting firewood. And it's down. Oh. Yeah, that would be nice if they did open it up just to collect the down wood, because then you could use it, you know, for, you know, campfires or whatever. You can use it for a lot of stuff. But anyhow, I mean, if it's not burnt too bad, you know. But yeah, if they just collected the wood up and cleaned things out a little bit, it'd make a much safer forest. Because I would imagine it don't take much to get that thing started, you know. Everything gets dried out. Four dogs. Oh. Not just dogs? Okay. Home heat. Okay. Yeah, I guess you would need that. That would probably work a lot easier. I mean, if you could just throw some logs in the stove or whatever. Yep. That's what they should do. Yep, my hands are getting dry. I'm getting a wobbly. Get a wobbly bowl. I guess some people like wobbly bowls. So what should I make next? Let's see, I've got 6 bowls made. What would you guys like to see me throw? Is there something you've seen before that you liked, or just throw some mugs? Because right now I could throw just about anything, I think. A tall vase? All right. I think Ben was throwing a lot of those the other day. But I could definitely do a tall vase. What happened to all my bats? All right. Yeah, I like Ben. He's a cool guy. Have you guys ever seen Ugg Chugs? I mean, he's another nice guy. And of course, Joel, which was in here. And then Swan City Ceramics. Check them out. They do some great stuff there too. I mean, I don't know if you guys seen any of their stuff, but good pottery for sure on YouTube. I think it's so nice to be able to see good potters, because I even watch potters myself. I mean, you know, I love watching other people do the craft and think, oh, hey man, I'm going to do that, you know, and whatever they're doing, you know, and see something cool, It's like, yeah, I'll do that. We'll at least weigh this out and see what I got going on. Yeah, I'd like to see him do some glazing too. He fires to a cone 10, and I only fire to a cone 6. So he's a lot higher temp than I am, but it probably is a bit slower than his. I don't really throw real fast, you know. I don't use my wheel as fast as it can go. That's pretty much its speed. That's about as fast as this wheel goes, if you can see that on camera. So yeah, it doesn't spin that fast, but I don't really need to. So what it is, Bob, is they mix the ingredients. All the ingredients are dry ingredients. So you basically put those ingredients together to create what they call a glaze. And then to simply liquefy that powdered ingredients is you just add water. That's all it is. But the ingredients are all, you know, stuff that you could probably just find in any quarry or, you know, anything like that. And just, you know, silicas and that kind of stuff. Cobalts. Sorry, I gotta wedge this clay up. This is a big piece of clay. So I just want to get all the air bubbles out that I can. I did do a glazing video. Oh, it was probably last year sometime, I think. I did a glazing video. So, you know, people would watch me glazing some of my pots and stuff. And then I would like to do a firing video, but you can't really see much when I'm firing. I don't know if, Bob, you were around when I first started to stream, but I kind of gave a tour of my studio. So you've worked with your chemicals for fireworks hobby. So anyhow, you know how fireworks, with the different ingredients you put in the fireworks, are different colors. So it's kind of like the same thing. You use different ingredients to create different colors. I love fireworks, by the way. I set them off here every 4th of July. And my neighbors love it too. But you always have one neighbor, you know, that said, "It's too loud." There you go, yeah. Hey, Ben. Thank you for joining. I want to see that, Ben. I do want to see that. I want to see you fire that kiln up. I'd love to be there when you do it. That would be fun. Joel was on. He's got a live open right now too. And then tomorrow night we're talking about doing a side-by-side live and see if we can get that to work. Ben, I think this is roughly 6 pounds. Five to 6 pounds. Fire Marshal Bill. So what temp are you up to now, Ben? Or are you still hand oiling it? Yeah, you know, iPhones are junk, you know. Gotta get a Samsung. That's what I tell my wife anyhow. She's got an iPhone. Now, who knows? Oh, okay. Did I play any sports in high school? No. In high school, I spent time in art class. We had pottery class. We had shop. So I had wood shop, I had metal shop, and I had drafting. So really all the fun stuff is what I did. I wasn't a sports kid. Actually in middle school I played basketball, I played football, and baseball. Didn't like any of them. When I figured out what art was, you know, that was it for me. That's where I really liked it. Ben's probably watching this thinking, dude, I would have had that done by now. All right, Ben, we'll catch you later, and I'll see if I can't catch your live later on, if you're still up. Thank you for stopping in. I'm not as fast as Ben at this. He's got many years on me as far as pottery goes. Yeah, so they did seem to do that. I mean, we had all those sports and stuff, but it was definitely more towards the trades. It seemed like, because we had we had a huge wood shop, a huge metal shop, and a drafting program. We had oh, I forgot. We even had oh shoot. We had like printing and stuff, so we could do our own printing, letters and stuff like that. We had our own printing press and everything. So they pushed us towards those kinds of things. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, our football team was good, but you know, they weren't spectacular enough. I mean, you know, they didn't make the headlines on TV that much. Well, I tell you what, it is a shame kids are missing those classes because we're we have a huge deficit when it comes to those kind of fields, and I would like to see more kids get into it, but you know how it is. I mean, everybody wants to be sitting behind a desk, which is unfortunately where I'm at right now. Because I do this part time. So it would be nice to do this full time. And I probably could, you know, but with my mortgage, I want to pay my mortgage down first. So who said they wanted a big vase? I'm making a vase. A blacksmith, yeah. Trade, trade schools are making a big comeback over standard colleges. I think they should. I think they should make a big comeback. And let's face it, I mean, anybody that's skilled in that kind of stuff could pretty well write their ticket right now. No sports, always metal shop. Yeah, Bob, I love blacksmithing. I mean, we had that in high school as well, and that was a blast. we even had we could pour our own molds and stuff too, which is cool. They're aluminum, but you know, it was still cool. Let's see. High tuitions are hurting colleges, so kids are turning to trade schools. I agree. It's ridiculous what you have to pay for a college nowadays. You're right, they can't. These younger generations have no clue, you know? No clue. The power goes out in them tomorrow, they're lost. You know? They can't do anything. They wouldn't be able to research YouTube and what guys like you and me put on YouTube. They wouldn't have had, they wouldn't be able to get to it because of no power, you know? They couldn't figure anything out. I mean, shoot, when I was a kid, we figured stuff out ourselves. If we didn't know, we just tried it, you know? Oops. I don't want to take clay off. Somehow I got this thing a little bit uneven at the bottom. And I'm not too happy with that. I'm going to try and straighten it out. It's not real bad right now, but I'm just not liking the little wobbly. That's right, I had good teachers too. Yeah. But you're right. I mean, if you didn't really know, then you just kind of figured it out talk to your ancestors, you know, your grandparents or your dad or your mom, whatever it was you needed to do. You know, you went to that person that you thought was going to give you the answers, you know, or at least tell you what you need to know. All right, let's try to smooth this baby out a little bit. Need more water on this thing. There we go. Y'all, maybe a buck, yeah. I wonder how tall would work. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I think I'm liking this one. Got some good height out of it. We had field cards before licenses. Yes, we did. Those were the fun times. For sure. Chase jackrabbits, you learn how suspension. Yeah. Yep. So what I was doing there is just making sure that I had the wall the same thickness all the way up. So that's why I did a couple passes like that up and down. What are the chances of that cracking under heat? I don't think it will. Chances are slim to none. It's not going to crack under heat. I did compress the bottom really well. Now it's got to put a nice shape into it. So I'm going to see if I can't bring the top in a little bit, but I think I already took it out too far. I'm going to try to bring it in slowly, just to give this thing a little bit of a shape. Without actually ruining it. I had an in-law that had a jackalope. Oh my god, it's a jackalope. Okay. I didn't think those things were even real, dude. Seriously? That looks like fun. I used to get some fire clay at the pottery shop and always liked your hobby. It is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's great because you can make anything you want, you know? Anything you absolutely want. All you have to do is learn how to make it, and it's fun learning. So, but as far as this cracking or breaking, I have no worries about that. None at all. I do want to straighten this up a little bit though. I kind of do like to see the throwing marks in my pieces. On, you know, a lot of my pieces. There are some pieces that you just don't want to have that kind of stuff on there, but I believe it gives it character. So I'm going to keep some of them marks in there because I like them. Hi Riker, how you doing? That's my grandson Riker. Hey buddy. I'm making a big piece. I think it was Bob that asked me to make a big piece. The RPM, yeah, wow. The RPM of the wheel is not super fast. I can tell you that. I don't know what it is exactly, but you don't need to have it fast to throw pots. Now, let's see. I want a shape at the bottom. I wish I had something I could really create the shape I want. Hey Riker, Bob says hi. There we go. Create a little foot at the bottom of this thing. You guys see that? I feel like you're too far away from me. Like if I could like scoot you guys in closer. Would you rather me scoot you guys in a little bit closer? Okay. So Riker, tell him how old you are. Everyone says extreme close up. You have a great grandson. Bob, are you older than I am? I guess you might be. Huh? 63. Huh. You're the same age as my wife. No, she's not that old. I'm only 57. But I feel like I'm 30. I'm sure you could probably relate to that. I feel a lot younger than I am. All right. Let me adjust the camera and see if I can get it down to more your like 1-on-1 right here to give you a different view. So the camera might shake around just a little bit until I get you in the frame where I need to get you. That's probably a little bit better, right? Let's scoot you this way just a little bit. Right there. How's that view, guys? Inside, yeah, outside 90. I can relate to that. Bob says most of our family at 7 were two-wheel motorcycles. Yeah. Yeah, how about that? I had a motorcycle myself. I had 2 of them. I had a mini bike and then I had a dirt bike. Now, I want to clean a little bit more of the water out on the inside. Yeah, see now if you watch Ben Wolf, he's a little bit faster than I am at this. But he's been doing it since he was probably my grandson's age. So that, I think, is a pretty nice vase, right? You still ride? Okay. All right. All right, so how's that view? Hopefully that's a good view of it. Because it looks like on my screen, it's delayed. So, anyhow. So that's vase number 1. What else you want me to make? Now that was roughly 6 pounds of clay. Well, it's funny you say that, Bob, because he does spend some time down here. And he mainly, just plays around with the clay a little bit. And I haven't really gotten him on the wheel yet a whole lot, just a kind of little bit to play around. But he does like it. Right now he's playing football, so he's into that too. You like the bottom of that piece? He was 5 pounds the other day, and you can tell the size of the difference. Yeah. Yeah, I like the base because it kind of brings out the rest of it. It kind of sets it up, and then you put a nice glaze on it yet. That would look even cooler, once the glaze runs down and stuff. So I think that's going to be a cool piece when it's fired. Should I throw another big piece? Like maybe, hey Leah, good to see you in here. You like that style, Bob, yeah? Leah, you're funny. Okay, what else you want me to see me make? This is okay. Who was in here when the stream started? Because I can do another like quick tour of my studio. If you would like to see that, I could do that before I start another piece. A Dutch oven. Okay. Well, I'm glad you caught me too, Leah. I'll probably be on till roughly 9 o'clock or so. I don't think I'll go probably much past there, but okay. You want to see the studio? Now I'm going to tell you it's a bit messy, but you know it's a studio in a basement, so you know it's going to be that type of look. All right, let me get you off the top here. Okay, so this is the view you're seeing right now. Over to the right of me, this is where I'm keeping some of my clay and some of my tools that I have down in here. Okay, and if you move, it would be the left side of me. This is where I'm putting my pieces. There's some of the pieces I just threw tonight. Okay, and then here's some pieces that are just drying. So that's some of that. And then here is one of my other wheels that I need to clean up. This is the one I had for a little while, and it's a great wheel. But in the background you'll see some of my lights and stuff that sometimes I use when it's a little bit darker down here. Here's some of my pieces that I've done. They're glazed and such. You know, some of the colors I have. Nice bowl. I got this purple to try. It's not bad. I mean, like when I get it into a bowl like this, that looks pretty cool. But here's a little tiny plate. I'm afraid it don't show up well in here, does it? So yeah, these are some of the glazes I have. You love the heart, Leah? Buffalo Bill's basement. Yeah, yeah, it's the heart. Yeah. I have one of these here. This here that you can put stuff in it, light the candle. That's kind of neat. Some bowls. So yeah, that's some of my glazes. There's another glaze. I can get that on film. So that's one of my other ones. So yeah, so that's some of the stuff there. Everyone is a troll. Well, I'm glad you love that, Leah. I actually didn't post anything yet for sale, so it could be yours, right? So here's some other stuff that I've done. These are things that I'm not so happy about, but you know, people still seem to like them, so you know, I kind of call them my second shelf. So she'd love the Purple Heart. Yeah. Yeah, Bob, I should make some more of those, I think. But you can kind of see some of the glazed stuff that I do. A lot of blues on this shelf. There's some reds down here. So, but these are like, you know, my second stuff, you know, because I'm just not exactly happy with some of that. You'll buy the heart? Okay. Let's see. Well, Leah, if you want it, I can sell it to you for sure. If you're serious. You know, Ben and Muirhead, yep. Okay, so that's that shelf. Anyhow, let's go into here. So this is my kiln room. Yeah. So this is really like a cold cellar. This is an old house. So this is like what they use like for a cold cellar. So this is the door that goes in, and this is of course the chart that you know you go by for your heat and that kind of stuff for firing. And I also keep track of my firing on my temps and the time, and keep track of how long it takes me to get to the temp I need to get to. So I always document all of that. Then go in here. So this is all just brick walls. There's the base right there. It's an old one, but you know, hey, old ones are okay too, just like me, right? So, yeah. So that's it. It's all manual kiln. You know, there's no electronic bull crap on this thing. This is all, turn it on, it's manual light, you know. I got a nice kiln sitter here. And right here's my thermometer that I use to check the heat. I got cones I use as well. That's the inside of it. I just rebuilt the whole thing in there. So, let's say, never joke about money. You're right. There's some of the pieces that just didn't make it. You know, I'm just not happy with them one way or another. And some people like them. I don't like them. So, you know. But that's why they're in here, and they'll probably never see a light of day. Let's see. So, here's, as I turn around, this is, of course, the shelf we were just at. My wheel's way over there, and the other wheel's here. So, this way here, never mind that mess. I got tools everywhere. So, anyhow, here's some things that have to be glazed yet. All up here in the top shelf. I got the bottoms already waxed. There's items here that all have to be glazed yet. And then down here, I've got more items that are drying. These are bone dryer now. They're ready to go in the kiln. These are all ready to go in the kiln. Down here, there's a dolphin. I don't know if you guys saw my dolphin. There's a piece that I did. It's basically a wine glass, but it's a dolphin. I do make sculptures. Inside these bags, I have some big giant dishes in here that are just still drying slowly. So then you come around, of course, that's my furnace and stuff, you know. And then there's some glazes in there. And here's my table, my work table that's completely packed. But there's all of my glazes down in there. Let's see. I'm going to read some comments. Okay, good. So anyhow, if you guys saw some of my pictures on my Facebook group or my Facebook page, I went camping over the weekend. This was my small wheel that I carry around with me because it's just lighter. So, I like it wheel. And then here is really just a freezer. It's an old freezer. However, that's where I keep my clay because it didn't work anymore. And putting the clay in a cool, dark place like that and just keeps it longer, that's all. So that's what I use that for. So this piece here, this is my recycling clay. So that's the clay I'm using right now, but it's recycled, and I have there's some white stuff in here, the darker stuff here. And then this here is just where I lay my clay out to dry a little bit, and then I wedge it up on my wedging table right here. I got my nice TV up here. So, and you scroll around this way, and there's my nice sink, stainless steel sink that I got real cheap from somebody that was ripping apart a restaurant. So, sink came pretty cheap. Then we're back here to where my wheel is that I was just throwing with you guys. There's a TV monitor. And this is so I can read your chats. Because I can't see them on the phone. So yeah. So eventually I want to put the computer on a cart so I can move it around and stuff. But yeah, anyhow. This is my space. It's my little studio in my basement. And I'm down here all by my lonesome. So, I'm here with you guys. I'll put you back up here. And let's see, I'm going to plug you in. Just so I don't lose power on my phone. Alright. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Give me an idea what you want me to see me make next. I have a bunch of clay here. I just made a big vase. So would you would you like to see me do another big vase? Or a big giant pie plate? I could do that too. Be right back. All right. What did we decide? A Dutch oven from Naomi. A tiny cup. Chinese kitchen. Stainless. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, about the kiln? All right. Okay, tiny cup, a Dutch oven. Dutch oven's gonna take me a couple. This is gonna be like 2 different pieces. I will make one of those though. Maybe not tonight though. Or a lidded teacup. TRX boy. Hello, I'm new here. You might remember me from the other potters. I do remember seeing your name. And thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you. You like the oven idea, Bob. Yeah, of course. Lincoln Logs. I really like this idea. Okay. Leah says a teacup. Like try 250. 250. What do you mean by that? 250. A pie plate. TRX boy, you just subbed. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate that. What do you mean, Bob? Okay. So somebody wants me to do a big pie plate. I'm not going to do a Dutch oven tonight, but I will do one on a live feed, I swear. A teacup. I can do a small teacup. I can show you, Leah, how I make the hearts. The little heart you saw. I can show you how I make those too. Let's see. Pie plate. Oh, she's got sub. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Lincoln Logs. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're right. TRX is a haunted dirt bike. Master Gaming is here. Thank you for coming. No problem, buddy. No problem. A trinket tray. Yeah, you want me to do a heart one? I can do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is a little teacup. I'm going to do a little trinket tray like I did with that little heart that I just shown. And then I'll do a big pie plate. I'm going to have quite a few pie plates because I just did probably 4 of them over there. But we'll do another one. So, all right. Okay, what's that clay weigh? Let's see here. Where in the heck are all my... Okay, let's put that there. All right. What does that weigh? About 5 pounds? All right. Roughly 5 pounds right here. So I'll do a big pie plate first, and then I'll do little pieces after that. So first, I'm going to wedge this on my wheel here a little bit. Does this view look pretty good, you guys? Because I did move the camera down a little bit closer. This is my first time doing a live vertical like this. All right, Leah. You're right, TRX is a good bike. It's not an insult, not at all. All right. I don't know if you guys saw any of the big pie plates I've done, but you have 2 lights you think would really help. I have lights here, Naomi. I do have lights. I can put a light on. I just have to hook it up. You all think I need a light? A little more zoom, you think? Okay. That's what I'll do. I'll see if I can't zoom it in. It's a lot of clay. All right, let me see if I can get it a better picture for you. Zoom it in a little bit more. A little more light, maybe. I can put some light on me. All right, let me do that real quick. You have to cook, Bob. All right, keep listening, Bob. Let me get a light. If you think I need some light, I'll put a light on. I'll get one of my big lights out. Alright. So when I turn this sucker on, you let me know if it helps or not. Let's see. I'm going to turn this one off. I'm going to turn this one on. All right. Does that light help at all? Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, I can take the cover off of it. And let's see about zooming in. Looks like I have the light. Maybe I should put it in back of me like this. Yeah, I could do that. All right. Whoa, 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 not that far. Whoa, okay. I zoomed in way too far. Okay, I think that should be close enough if you ask me. And I got a little more light on. I could actually do more light if I take the cover off, but I think that's going to be too bright if I do that. Alright. Let's try that, guys. Now it's tight in here with this light here. All right. All right. Now I got the lights on me. I feel like I'm in some news place or something. Don't worry. This is not fake news. We don't play that stuff here. All right. We got 7 people watching. All right. I appreciate all you being here. I love the comments. I love the likes. And if you're not subscribed, please do. Please subscribe. But I think most of you are subscribed that are on here right now. So this is roughly 5 pounds of clay, maybe a touch more. And I'm going to do a giant pie plate. As big as I can. On this very small bat that I picked. I should have picked a bigger bat. Hopefully, Leah, that looks a little bit better on camera now. I have a little more light. Zoomed it in a little bit. You can still see my ugly mug. Face, that is. Because I have lights here that are for photography. So. Whew. I probably didn't need this much clay for this dish. I'm already out at the edge of my bat. Thank you, Bob. I was trying to get an opinion from somebody if they like it better or not. I appreciate you. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just compressing the bottom. Yes, Leah, thank you very much. Thank you for your comment. And I was, like I said, I was just trying to get a feel for what people thought. I didn't want to look like I was in a dungeon, but I may have looked that way. I don't know. This is a little bit more tricky because I'm I'm bringing the edge out past my bat. You really probably can't see that. Like right in here is the edge of my bat. So I'm bringing my base all the way out to that edge, and then I'm going to take this part here, which is my ledge, and going to bring it up. So it'll be sitting off of the bat a little bit. So just need to make sure that this is nice and compressed to help the piece to not crack in the middle. as anybody that knows that was watching pottery, guys, you gotta compress the bottom. I'm so happy you all tuned in. Alright. Let's make this a nice edge right here. I don't want a squared off edge in here. This is for baking. You need to be able to get your tool in and slide in underneath. I think we're pretty well flat here now. Feels nice and flat. Yep, it's nice and compressed. That feels really good. Now we're going to work on this outside edge over here as much as I can, because it's already, I just want to put a little spot underneath there to separate the bat from the piece just a little bit, because I'm not going to cut this off the bat. It's going to stay on the bat until it dries, at least enough to separate from the bat. It will do that on its own. So now I'm going to pull up on this edge. And yeah, I probably have a little bit too much clay on this piece. I really don't need that much clay for my edge. Typically I don't make them that thick. I make them thicker than usual, but because of, you know, banging on and that kind of thing, you know, that's why I do that. But I don't know, I think this will be all right. Tell you what, that is a big pan. This is deep dish, baby. I love the hearts, thank you. Alright, we're going to clean up some water in this thing. So you guys are going to make me go from this big giant piece down to some real tiny stuff. That's okay. Tiny stuff is sometimes harder to do, because after you're doing some bigger stuff, you get down and it's like, oh my god, my fingers are so big I can't hardly make the piece. But alright, I'm going to round this edge off a little bit, make it kind of look pretty. I think I'm going to keep it nice and straight like it is right now, instead of doing the edge real flurry, because it's probably harder to clean if it's done that way. If it's done like this, it's easier to clean. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the user. That's the way I like to think about, you know, most everything I make is to be used. I think about the person that's going to be using it in their oven, you know, or baking stuff in it, or mixing stuff in it, or, you know, getting their espresso made out of the cup or whatever. I'm thinking about all those uses and how is this piece going to be more comfortable for the user and more practical, right? I mean, you need to know that. So if it's not practical, you're not going to use it. That's how I see it anyhow. Yes, thank you, Leah. All right, that piece is huge. Here's a tape measure. What are we at? That is 14 inches across. I touched it right there. It's all right. All right, 14 inches across. It's roughly 3 inches deep. Yeah, let's say 2.5 inches deep. That's a big piece. That is a big piece. It will shrink 12% from those dimensions. put a lip on it. No, I don't want to put a lip on this one. You mean just to flare it out? I could, but I don't think you need to do it. I mean, I could. Since it's so deep, I could do that. Let me try something once. Let me try something once since you said that, Naomi. I don't want to ruin it. So let me get this piece watered up here. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to take this lip down just a little bit. All right. So there it's bent over a little bit. So since I did bend it over a little bit, I'm going to do those little, you know, I'm going to dress up the edge. All right. So let's do that. We're going to do this. Oh, I should have started over here. That's okay. Thing barely fits on my wheel. It's so big. And then some of this little stuff you see here as I'm doing this, it kind of gives a little edge on there. I go back and clean that up. So that you will not see when this piece is done. It'll be all nice and perfect. So you like the scalloped edge or not? You just dress it up a little bit, right? There we go. What do y'all think of scalloped edge? Well, Naomi likes it. That's one huge apple pie plate, if you ask me. I would think I'd want something smaller for a pie plate for apple pie. But, you know. Leah, you like it too? Great. Let me see if I can get this thing off my wheel, though. I mean, holy smokes. It's going to be hard to get underneath it. Let's see. I got to have something here to get this off here. Let's try this tool. There we go. It's coming up. Don't you slide off on me now. All right. Wow. Look at that. That's freaking huge, man. Woohoo! I don't think I've made one that big for a long time. But that's big. That deserves some hearts, right? A pecan pie too. Erwin says looks good. All right. Naomi says it's beautiful. All right, so let's do some small pieces. Right, Leah? You want to do a little heart? Do a little teacup type of deal? It's probably going to be too wet for me to put a handle on, though. Let's see. I need another bat. Where's my other bats? Oh, here's one. All right. Your mom's gonna try to steal that, is she? Well, she could try, but she's got to come down here first. And she don't come down here very often. It's not because she don't want to. It's just because it's hard for her to do steps. Leah. I do really enjoy it, Leah. I mean, you know, I talk about that stuff, you know, and it's all this, like when you're making a piece, that's kind of stuff's in your mind. Like, how much is it going to shrink, right? I mean, if you make a mug, you got to make it a little bit bigger. So yeah, all that kind of stuff does go through my mind, and you know, having somebody to talk to like you guys while I'm doing it, it's me not singing to myself now, I'm singing it out loud to y'all. So that's kind of what's going through my head, you know. Dark spin? Is that what that says? Dark spin? Yes. And thank you for coming in. Hopefully you subbed. I'm hoping you did. You will like this channel just like you will like all the other ones, the other potters. So if you'd like me to make a tiny cup, that's interesting because right after this one, I'm going to make a tiny cup. How tiny do you want me to make the cup? Because I think Leah and you now both want me to make a tiny cup. I have not made a very, very tiny cup before, but I will try to make one as small as I can. But right now, I'm going to make a heart-shaped dish. Just a small dish, you know, but these are rather easy to make. After making that big giant piece, this takes a little effort. Alright. So, I basically have my dish at this point. Shot glass. I do like a challenge. I do like a challenge. But I can tell you that I'm not super experienced at making huge pieces. Simply because the larger the piece, the harder it is for me to sell. They usually sit around the shelf a little bit longer because they cost more. So I do not do a whole lot of large pieces. So doing a large piece is quite the challenge. Now a big dish piece that I just made, that would probably sell right away. The one I'm going to miss. Bob says. You're talking about the heart-shaped dish? Okay. Here's my basic dish right now. So now what I end up doing is I take my finger like this and go like this. Just like that. Alright. And then I'm going to spin it around for you. Oh, you're cooking, Bob. Okay, I got you. And then what I'm going to do, well, take my thumb. We're going to go like that, right? Just like that. Kind of get the clay going that way. And then what I do is I bring it around like that to a nice heart-shaped dish. Just like that. And then I'll take the water and slowly run it underneath like that. And There you go. There's your heart-shaped dish. Quite easy, quite a lot easier to make than the past dish I just made. So, where to put this? I'm gonna put this right here. All right. Now I'm just now seeing it in my camera. Okay. All right. Let's see. I don't have any more of my wooden ones, so let's put this somewhere to dry. I will use a small bat. This is just a little plastic bat that I have laying around. So we'll just use that. So let's make a tiny, tiny, tiny glass. Thank you, Leah. I appreciate that. Yeah, make it look easy. I know. I guess you're right. I mean, to a lot of people that it does, they probably think it is pretty hard. But once you do it for a long time, it does get easier. It's just like anything else, right? I mean, and I love showing off the pottery, the wheel throwing and that kind of thing. And the reason why I'm saying that is like when I go to shows and stuff, I did in the past a lot of shows, and I would try everywhere I would go to sell, I would always try to take my wheel along because people like to see you throw. I mean, they'll stand there and watch you throw, and there are people that will freaking leave their kids there sitting in front of the wheel watching you throw. So you become a babysitter. I don't know. Anyhow, but yeah, people do like to watch me throw, and it brings people into my booth. And I enjoy, the company as well. There was one little girl who was very intrigued. I mean, she just acted like she was so intent in watching me. I let her come up to the wheel and throw. Just try to throw, right? And I'm telling you what, I bet she'll never forget that moment in her life. That some man let her get on his pottery wheel and try to throw. I like those kind of memories. Okay, this is too big for a small cup. So we need to cut it. Tell you what, how small is small? That's a really, really tiny piece. Let me see if I can make a shot glass out of it, right? Is that what we were talking about, shot glass? I've made shot glasses before. I don't know that I have any. However, I'm going to make one for you right now. This may even be too much clay, but we'll see, right? This is going to be hard to center, by the way. It's so stinking tiny. Man, that's so tiny. Holy smokes. Alright, here we go. We're putting a hole in it. I don't know how long it's been since I threw a small piece like this. It's been quite a long time, I know. That size at least, yeah. I mean, that's small. That's just, man. I feel like getting one of my tools out because they'll probably fit on it better than my fat fingers. I think this is almost too small for a shot glass. Because it's going to shrink, remember. But we'll see how tall I can make it. it's getting closer. It's ultra thin right now, I can tell you that. Oh no, I'm gonna lose it. It's very thin. Very, very thin. Oh no, guys. You know what? That's really close to a shot glass. That is really close to the size of a shot glass. So when it fires, it's going to be smaller, so it'll probably be a little less than a shot. However, I didn't do half bad, really. If you ask me, I think it did pretty good. It's very thin, though. Let me see if I can actually pull it off the wheel by hand. Be perfect for munchkins in Oz. You're right about that. That's probably a freaking mug for them. You don't drink a lot? This might do you then. If I can get it off the wheel without destroying it. No. It's a munchkin mug. It's a munchkin mug. There you go. It's a little munchkin mug. I don't think I've made anything quite that small yet. Well, I have now, right? All right. I'll put it right there. All right. So, now what? A tiny baby vase. You're right. That could be a baby vase. You're right. Remember, we said vase, not vase. That looks actually pretty good, though. I like the way it turned out. Thank you, Leah, for saying that. Because I can know that chat, if you're viewing it vertically like this, the chat kind of runs up through the picture, which kind of sucks. Thank you, Lincoln Logs. I appreciate that. I did an epic job. Okay, now what am I going to do? I can try to make a vase out of this piece. It's not a whole lot of clay, but I can see how tall I can make it. If I can make a tall and skinny vase, you know, maybe. Let me try that. It'd be nice if I move I think next time I'll move my chat over here, so at least I'm talking to you guys as I'm reading chat. Have you ever seen Upchug's channel? He does the same thing, so I just have to move it over. Alright, so let's bring this in. So we're going to make a tall vase. Alright, there we go. Here we go. Make it real skinny in the bottom. Yes, for those who don't know, scroll the menu that pops up and the live chat. You should have a toggle switch on it to off, and voila, the chat free pottery. Thank you, Leah, again. For those who have trouble seeing what I'm doing, since your chat's probably right in here somewhere, I'm guessing. Do you guys like the vertical chat or the vertical video, or do you like it when I do the horizontal? Because the whole thing was to try to get 50 subs so I could do it like this. And I could do it on my phone. So. So the hard thing about this is getting your hand down in there to be able to pull it up. I don't have a stick that does that. Some people have sticks that they can put in. Let me see if I can get it up there like this. Woo-hoo! Okay. Well, we're not going to get much height out of this, I guess. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate it. And it's from help from a lot of you that are on here right now that I got the 50 subs. I want to say I appreciate you very much. Because I know there were some of you in here that were saying for people to sub to me, and I appreciate that. Someday I'll be at 100, right? And then 200, 300. One day. Just gotta do more videos. You know what? I'm kind of liking this like a champagne glass. You know it? It's kind of what it's looking like a champagne. So, you know how they're all skinny down here and then they get taller up top. You know, wider up top, I mean. That would kind of look cool now that I'm making it. And that's somehow you start throwing something and then it tells you what it wants to be. Thank you, Lincoln Logs. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think that looks like a freaking wine glass. A pottery wine glass, but a wine glass. Or champagne glass, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not a champagne guy. I'm not even much of a wine guy, but I'm not much of a drinker. But I think this looks cool. I think it looks cool. Champagne. Yeah, buddy. I like it, actually. I do. I like how this turned out. I wasn't thinking to make it like this, but, you know, sometimes the clay tells you what it wants to be. It's like divine intervention, man. It's just saying, hey, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, no, no. I'm this shape. This is what I'm going to do. I'm happy being this shape. All right. Let's see. Let's try to do something down here that kind of looks cool. So I've got this little tool right here. Now I'm going to use that little shape down here at the bottom. Just to kind of make a base on it. Let's see. Let's try another tool. Paper Chef. They might know about Paper Chef. There's a Paper Chef tool. I stole it. Don't tell my wife. All right. A beer flute. Yeah, you're right. It could be a beer flute. I don't know. I think it's okay. It's all right. I tell you what, though, to get down in there to clean this thing's gonna be a pain, but it won't be me. Now I made it weeble wobble. It got a little bit more fragile since I did that. But I know how to make the wobble stop. It's perfect. All right. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think I changed the shape down here a little bit. The clay's getting a little too wet to start shaping it right now. So I'll have to try it on the next one maybe that I do. But I think if I do something different down here, it'll probably look a little bit better. But it's not hateful, right? Hey, I like that, Leah. I do. I like that a lot. Ooh. It's already coming off the wheel. Wonder if I can get it to come off the wheel like that. No, no, no. It wants to stick. That's the problem about these plastic bats, man. You cut them off and the clay wants to stick to them. So I really don't use them very much because of that reason. I like my hard paper bats, if you want to call them that, or masonite, basically. So, yeah, he's not too bad. He's not too bad. We'll clean him up a little bit. But he looks all right. He's all right. Bloody well right. All right. All right. I occasionally been accused. You are actually very good at that. I think you are. You're right. It is good for a grip, and we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna let it dry, and we're gonna put some glaze on it eventually, and we're gonna see what it looks like and how nice it is to drink out of. Actually, it should be pretty nice. Actually, I think it would be nice. Definitely. Dang. All right, guys. What do you think of tonight? Did you like tonight? Did everybody get to see the studio? I think there's 3 watching. They've probably already seen the studio. It must be getting a little late. I guess it is getting close to 10 o'clock, isn't it? I'm on the East Coast, so East Coast of the United States, Pennsylvania, that is. You had a blast, Leah? Thank you. I appreciate you. I really do. And tomorrow night, we're going to have a special guest if we get things to work out. Tomorrow night, about the same time, 7 o'clock, I'm going to get Joel on here, side by side with me. He's going to be in his garage throwing, and I'm going to be right here. So hopefully we can get that working tomorrow night, and it'll be both of us on here. If not, you'll catch me. But Joel seems to think he's got it worked out, so we're going to give it a shot. I just needed some earplugs because apparently if I have the sound on, you all are going to hear it, and it's not going to sound right. So if I get some earbuds, not plugs, sorry, then we should be able to make it work. So, you're in? Oh, you're in Tennessee. Wow. All right. How do you like Tennessee? I think I'd like Tennessee. Can't be a bad place to live, I wouldn't think. I think it'd be a pretty nice place to live. Yeah, to your favorite potters. Awesome. Well, you're going to see a lot more of me on here now. So, but tomorrow we're going to try to do that special guest thing and have Joel on my stream. And hopefully everything works out. And we'll have a dual show tomorrow, which would be cool. Because I haven't done this before, as far as having two people on. But I think it'd be neat, you know? And all of us potters have really been talking about having all of us on one stream, which would be really neat, you know? So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, and hopefully we can get it worked out. I think Ben has an iPhone, which kind of stinks because Joel and I have droids, so that's why we think we can make it work. Upchucks has a droid, I think. So Ben's the only one that's the odd guy out with this freaking iPhone. But anyhow, yeah, I bet the grass is always. I know how that saying goes. Definitely, you have a wide variety of seasons, as well as land and elevation. Can't complain. Can't imagine living anywhere else. That's great. That's great that you love it. I like the hills. I like the mountains. You know, I like the woods. I like all the natural stuff. You know, I couldn't live anywhere where it's flat. No. Boo, Apple. I agree. I don't like Apple phones. No. Droids are way better, I think. I don't know. That's just my opinion, you know. But anyhow, guys, thank you for watching. Come back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, for another show, and hopefully look at two potters. You all know Joel, right? He'll be here too, hopefully. We get it worked out. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you for coming on here and watching tonight, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Love you guys. Thank you. Good night.